I'm Mark Foster. I play in a band called Foster the People. We're gonna play around with Aspire today and kind of go through my process of writing a song from the ground up.
When you feel like a shiver, don't know how to.
I always start with a drum beat.
Hopefully we can do this without making anybody angry.
The drum beat needs to be interesting by itself. The next thing that comes in needs to take the spotlight. If that's bass, then the bass line needs to be more interesting than the drums. If I'm bringing in a guitar, I want the guitar to be better than the bass. Then I want a vocal to ice skate over top of all of that and be like, I'm the new motherfucker in town. Every element is just trying to one up the other one. They're almost competing with each other, but also they're on the same team. Cool, well I've got a pair of headphones, got my phone, and we can go on a walk outside and just find some weird stuff to bang on and do something on the fly with this. This thing's gonna be so loud. Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna mess around with an effect now. All right, cool, I like this even more. I think we should go to a more quiet part. I'll do some claps. I'm just going to the mix page. There's been so many times where I've sat down and had to patch something or picked up a guitar to play it, but it was wildly out of tune. And then by the time I got everything situated and sounding good, the idea was gone. I came back in, I'm gonna lay down some melodic stuff now. I sound check the bass to Aspire already, and I found this other weird kind of an effecty thing called a acoustic shaper, and I'm gonna do something over that. It's a little bit left of center for a bass sound. Something about demos that have a magic to them a lot of times that you end up trying to recreate when you're making a record. A lot of times the accidents end up being more interesting than if I were to actually sit down and try to compose something consciously. So I've got a cool vibe now. We've got some of the sounds from outside, laid down some bass and this weird little guitar thing. And so at this point, I would pretty much want to lay vocals on it.
I'm playing hide and seek with my shadow friends. Yeah, it's getting kind of foggy on the camera lens.
I remember every song I've written, I think, how it went down. Houdini, for instance, on our first record, the bridge of that song, I kind of go into this soulful scat, and I'm singing I'm very convicted. Problem is I wasn't saying anything, that I didn't have any lyrics written yet. But my spirit's saying something, and there are words of English that pop out, but mixed in with stuff that's just jumbled. I went in and wrote lyrics to that part, tried to re-sing it, and we couldn't beat it. We couldn't beat the spirit of it, so we just left it. So if you look at the lyric book, it's just blank. You never really know when inspiration's gonna hit, and so when you feel that spark, that you can document your ideas in a way that's hi-fi and usable. Even walking around the neighborhood and banging on recycling bin can turn out sounding cool. When inspiration strikes, you can kind of just reach over and turn it on and just go.